And welcome back.
About 20 seconds before players return from break here. We're going to be moving on to blinds of 8 and 16,000 with an ante of 2,000. Thanks, Matt. And our average stack is 705,000.
What is it? 816 with what? What's the ante?
8,000, 16,000 with an ante of 2,000.
Right.
And average is 705. We got some chip counts for you on the break.
Fantastic. And by we, he means you did.
Well,
I didn't do anything. I sat here.
Okay, I'll take the credit.
Yeah, you get all the credit.
Okay, so in the 1 seat we have Alexander Vinovsky. He's got 460,000. Got Paul Volpe with 1,305,000. Jennifer Harmon with 286,000. She's the shortest stack at our table. Dan Fong has 572,000. Toby Lewis is the overall chip leader with 22 players left. He's got 2,056,000. Our good friend Squeaky now has 384,000. And rounding out the table, we have Andrew Whitaker with 448,000. We're going to play 90 more minutes or
4 players.
4 more players.
So what's your line now?
I think we finished with 19. I think we play out the whole level.
Wow. I hate you. Try again. How about the next 7 minutes we lose 4 players?
I'd certainly be okay with that.
I was going to call. I did not sleep well enough last night. Sleeping at the Commerce Casino.
Can be hard to come by.
Well, I do like they have the clips on the blinds so that it stays closed. That's a nice touch.
It is, because that's the worst. When your entire room is dark, it's about 8:30 in the morning. You just get that little cracked light. The sun.
And it's always right into the bed. Like it never shines in the middle of the room. It's like right where your head is.
And you don't happen to be looking at the other side of the room.
You're looking that way. Yeah, you're on
right
that
at
side.
it.
Yeah. Actually, I seriously considered taking the clip for future uses. I had one at one point. I had a Commerce clip that I brought around with me when I traveled. And it was very useful, but now I actually just have a sleep mask. And so if the light comes in, I just grab a sleep mask. Yeah, sorry about the clock. That's a little J thing to have the first place prize there all the time. Who Jedi likes that? I personally don't. I don't know why he likes that. He likes to have the first place just listed at the bottom of the screen at all times. I don't know. I don't understand why.
Sometimes.
You know what? It's not broadcast right now. What? Go ahead.
Oh, well. No,
convince me.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to put myself in his position.
I think it looks better to do it like this. Whoops.
You mean break it?
Yeah, I think it looks better when you have the full amounts right like that, and you just don't know what first place is. And if you want to know, you can go to lapcnews.com. You can see all the payouts. You can ask here. We all know it's a little over $1 million. It's $1 million.
1,004,090.
So we all know that. Are we switching up high roller when this is done? That's a good question. We can definitely try to see if we can move that table over. They're currently 6-handed now, playing down to a winner tonight.
Among those 6, we have Andrew Lucky Chewy Lichtenberger. We have Micah Raskin, Tom Marchese, Brandon Myers, Anchorman online.
Wow, look at you. Look at you knowing things. Fantastic.
When you're not putting me on the spot, I actually do fairly well sometimes.
Yeah. Who's that stack? That's great.
Yeah.
Green shirt on the rail. Go. Name.
You mean the one and only Mickey Doff? Oh, the green shirt on the rail. Oh, Daryl Fish.
There you go.
There you go.
I was trying to put you on the spot. Trying to frazzle you. Didn't work.
Don't worry.
Fish on the rail.
I'm sure you'll get me a few more times before the end of the night.
I don't know anybody else on the rail. I can't challenge you like that.
You get more than that. Yeah, you were the you live on the gun. You on the line. You didn't mean to limp.
Apparently, Squee accidentally limped under the gun. Thought he was the big
Awesome.
blind last time.
And then admitted it.
It was only because he did not want to post his big blind. He thought he posted his big blind last time, so he was like, I'm not big blind again. And then Toby, and then Toby Lewis informed him that unfortunately he had limped under the gun.
Well, you know, if you were sitting at the table, you might have seen that. But if you're standing up, it's a different perspective. Maybe you don't see where the big blind is. Boom!
You're a little too far away to see where the button is hidden. I can understand that.
Honestly, it's not. I mean, if you're standing up, you don't see the chips. The second time today, that seat has had a problem figuring out if he's the big blind or not.
Oh boy, nobody tell him. That's savage. Squeaky's got his Bible back up on the rail. That's not gonna like that. Looks like we have a raise here by Alexander. Middle position. Looks like been raised to 32,000. Toby Lewis is going to re-raise from the small. 78,000. Alexander started this level with about 460,000.
And he's breathing pretty heavy too. See that with our RoboCam, you can see a nice view of him at the table. I think he might. I don't know how many chips did he start with?
Well, he started the hand with about 460,000. He hasn't gone through the blinds since this level has started, so
I think he's going to go on. Yep, there you go. I was going to say,
he does indeed chub. We're going to get an exact count from the dealer.
He was breathing pretty heavy, like, I'm about to play this pot.
I believe he just said 471 is the all-in bet.
You can touch it. It's fine. It's fine. Leave it. It's painful.
Toby's going to let it go. It's a nice little pot for Alexander there.
These chairs are probably the most uncomfortable chairs made in the world.
Sure you don't want a few of those extra pads?
Leaning forward here too, which is not good for the back.
No.
I realized I was old the other day. We were at there was a free Psy concert, you know, free Psy concert, and couldn't see anything. So this young lady said she wanted to get on my shoulders, and I said okay. And then as soon as I lifted her up, I like pinched a nerve in my back. I was like, that was really dumb. I was like, I forgot I'm too old for that. So my back is killing me. I might go to the spa later and get a massage. That's why I was looking at the menu.
Come full circle. Come full circle here.
Full circle. Right back to the spa. No hairstylist, just to update you guys. I went in there on break and said, do you have a hair cutter? And they said, not till Friday. But I will shave today, so I will be losing hair one way or the other. And maybe if we go really long, I'll pull out hairs.
I wouldn't doubt it. Looks like Jennifer's going to take down the blinds and Annie. Annie pot is a big pot for her right now.
She had a break.
She was well under 20 big blinds. She had about 285,000.
Got a rough day today.
She did indeed. Still holding on though.
Yep. She won that ace jack hand, but that was pretty much the only hand I can remember her, like, the only pot.
She won a pretty big pot. It was a three-way pot. It was jacks against queens against ace king. That's how.
I heard about this one.
It was very early in the day. That's how Scott Seaver went out.
Seaver, okay.
And Chris Klodnicki, who was the shortest stack, actually tripled up on that hand and chipped way up before
Which one did he have?
went out. He had ace king. He spiked an ace on the flop, but Jen actually chipped up quite a bit on that hand because Chris was so short.
I gotcha. Everybody was a winner in that hand, except for Scott Seaver.
He's doing all right this year. I think he can take the hit.
What's he been doing?
He won the 100K at the PCA
About that?
for a cool $2 million.
How many players did they get there?
I believe it was 22. There was
22.
one re-entry.
22 there, 24 at the high roller here. Seems to be that like mid-20s is just the number for high rollers.
It is. That's about the amount of players.
I heard people talking and they were saying that they thought there was going to be like 40 or something here. I'm like, that seems really pretty high.
Well, the problem is you had a handful of guys like Dan Shack who made it pretty deep in this field who didn't get a chance to enter. Dan Smith, who was in the 2K6 max, he likely would have played as well. But
Maybe Phil Locke?
Phil Locke?
He's not going to play.
No, probably not.
He was in there.
He was.
Again, Duomo was thinking about playing, but he wanted a few more people in the field too.
Still not a bad payday for a three-table tournament. You got 283,390 up top. Not bad for
Prestige doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, not bad for a day's work.
Day and a half.
Day and a half, yeah. Started pretty late, but they played what 7 levels last night. Almost 3 o'clock in the morning before they finished.
You can watch most of yesterday's day one action from our feature table on the blog at LAPCnews.com. We got a video up on YouTube of most of the day one action. Gonna try to get some of today's live stream up on the blog as well, so you can go back and watch some of this footage as well. Apparently, according to the chat room, Toby Lewis is in both seat 5 and seat 6. Which seat is he in there?
Toby's in 6.
And 5 is?
Danny Fong.
Danny Fong. Now, what's his story?
Danny Fong is a bit of an unknown to the rest of this field.
I feel like I've heard of his name before, but could be wrong. Let's see what we can find out about him. Not a lot. Not a lot.
Paul is going to put Jennifer all in here. She's not going to come along with the big blind.
How many big blinds do you think she has there? 13
blinds. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. I think she still has about 300, so a little less than 20 blinds. 16, 17. A fair amount of pink chips on the bottom of that stack.
Looks like we lost a player.
Galen Hall.
Galen Hall. He's second place. Down to 21 players.
He's going to take home 38,710. But we're going to have another pay jump now.
I apologize. The clock looked like it stopped there. Got 76 minutes left in the level. Is a pay jump. Yep, every 3 players now we're going to have a pay jump.
Everybody's going to get at least 43 and change now if they go out next.
43,000. All right.
We're now 3 players away from a table redraw at the end of the day.
Mike Sexton's just entered the building. He's checking out the action at the High Roller event. Coming also to the main event to check it out.
Mike actually had a a few nice stories to share before the shuffle up and deal. A little bit of a tribute to Jerry Buss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Wish I
can.
was here for that.
You can actually check that out on worldpokertour.com. I believe they have that video up there.
PlayStation's always got some good stories. Keep giving a fist bump to Squeaky as he walks by.
It's funny. Squeaky is absolutely a polarizing figure.
Yeah.
Well, some people, he just gets on their every nerve. Some people are kind of appreciative of a little personality. At the table.
I like a little bit of a personality. I'm not saying I'm a fan, but I'm more of a fan than I'm not a fan. I think he's harmless. He hasn't done anything bad. He hasn't really got. I mean, I guess he got a penalty earlier. I didn't see that, but he hasn't like really trash talked. He's stoked to be this deep in the tournament. He's having a great time.
Absolutely. You know, there was a little bit of antagonizing going on, like here and there.
But was it intentional? I feel like he didn't really realize what he was doing. I feel like he's that kind of guy that's just like having fun, celebrating, and doesn't realize that he's being out of line.
Did you re-raise?
You know, like there's guys that are out of line on purpose, like myself. Once in a while I go out of line, but it seems like he would just do it by accident. No filter.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. I think that's a pretty good way to describe Squeaky. And also,
like how can I be mad at that guy? He's just
he loves the camera.
he loves the camera. He loves being in this tournament this deep.
To give you an update on some of the players still in contention in this tournament, on our two outer tables, we still have Ana Marquez, Randy O'Hell, David Tudhill, and I believe our last remaining WPT champion in the field is Noah Schwartz. We actually had 7 former champions on the field when the day started, and within a half an hour, we had lost 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of the 10 players who went in the first half hour really got off to a quick start today.
And
then it's slowed down, but
you kind of expect that though.
Of course, but the eliminations, as you noted before, have come in spurts, in bunches. And it just seems like you keep hitting certain thresholds, and players are forced to take a stand or get out of the way. Okay, we got a raise to 32,000, mid-raise on the button by Danny Fong. And he's going to take down the blinds and innies.
Give you a little shuffle cam action. It's always fun. How often do you get to see a shuffle from the dealer's perspective?
Not very often.
Not very often.
You know where you do get it?
When you're dealing?
No, I was just going to get a cheap plug.
The cheap plug, fair enough. Where do you get that?
I think you would get that on LAPC Live.
That's right.
Courtesy of the RoboCam.
And you're watching right now. We are live from the Commerce Casino. There's no delay. What you're seeing is what's happening right now, minus a little bit of internet delay to get that video out to you. Down to 21 players. The plan is to play to the end of this level or to 18 players, whichever comes first. Paul coming into this pot with a raise.
32?
32,000.
Quick folds from Jennifer and Danny. One thing I've noticed about Toby, he's very deliberate.
Yep.
He's going to 3-bet to 75,000 here from the button. Michael and Andrew quickly out of the way.
These two played a big pot earlier, set over set. Somehow did not escalate into a ginormous pot. It was a big pot, but flush and straight draws made it there.
Both of these guys are fairly active players.
Yeah, it was amazing that it didn't get that big. Oh, gonna let it go.
Toby's just going to add to his ship lead.
He reminds me of somebody, and I can't put my finger on who. He's deliberate, but not like not like too slow. Like a lot of people complain David Sands is too deliberate, you know. And
yeah, there's a difference between
deliberate and slow.
yeah,
If I could just finish your sentence for you.
absolutely. Keep it short and sweet,
Yeah.
just like more players should, like David Sands.
Right. He gets a lot of flack.
He does. You know,
I never notice, but then again, I don't notice anything really when I'm working. I'm pressing buttons. Well, it looks like we lost a player here in the high roller. Down to 5 players. What was his name? One seat.
Mr. Silverman.
Mr. Silverman is eliminated. Short of the money. 5-hand with top 3 pay in this high roller. Looks like Lucky Chewy will win those chips.
Nasty little bubble there, even for 25K. 118,000 for third.
It seems so bizarre that you play a tournament and pays 3 spots. Like, it's just weird always when you get to the final table and you're not even like near the money. You get the final 7 and you combine and you know, it's bizarre.
I understand. As someone who played quite a few like 3 to 5 table goes online, I guess that's not quite as weird. But
I mean, I used to play little tournaments at Binion's, and it would happen sometimes. But I mean, those were like small tournaments, like 50 to 70 players, where you pays 5 to 7 people.
Yeah.
So you're fairly close when you make the final table. Here, you make final 7. It's only 3 players that pay. It's just strange, but that's the nature of the beast with these high rollers.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how many they get for the first high roller at Bay 101. Can't remember which day it is. I think it might be Friday.
Okay, we had a min raise here by Paul under the gun, and Alexander is going to call in the big line. So we'll see if flop heads up.
Queen, Ace, Jack, flop, rainbow.
Quick check. Put the 4 card straight and a flush draw on the board with the 10 of clubs. Very likely that Paul's got some piece of this. Looks like 43,000. Looks like it'd be the bet. 44. And Alexander's going to get out of the way. Another pot for Paul.
I feel like I have a decent read off Alexander now that I'm watching him. Seems like, with that one hand where he went all in, he was breathing pretty heavy like he was going to play, and this one, he'd already given up the hand before he threw it away. Just from a quick look at him.
It's interesting. I mean, calling the under the gun min raise there, generally speaking, the under the gun player is going to c-bet in that spot, even on a dangerous flop like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility that
we saw the delayed c-bet here, where you check through the flop and then do it on the turn.
Exactly, and he might have been trying to set him up for some sort of check raise kind of deal, but did not work out that way. How much is that first high roller at?
I'm trying to find the date and all the information about it, but not the easiest website to navigate. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember how to find it there. There you go. That's it. You got to know how to navigate a website if you want to use it, right? So, the Bay 101 shooting star starts on Monday. Is that correct? The 2K on Sunday, March 3rd.
Actually, I think it starts on Sunday.
It's on Monday. No, Sunday's the 2K. Monday's the 2K. Sunday. This is the 2K. The shooting star main event starts on the 4th, which is Monday, and the high roller is 6th and 7th. So that is Wednesday. Wednesday, 4 p.m. high roller. They're doing a $25,000 high roller event, 2-day event, Wednesday and Thursday. So basically, if you made day 3 of the 5-day Bay 101 Shooting Star, you cannot play the high roller.
Pretty good reason to miss it, though.
But I imagine the high rollers, if it's a Matt Savage experience, then probably buy-in pretty late, if not up to day 2.
Yeah, and Bay 101 always gets a great crowd, not only because of the unique format and all the satellites that are run throughout the year, but it's a nice little leg here. You go straight from Commerce to Bay 101. Everybody can stay on the West Coast.
It's true. It's actually it's interesting this year because there's postlands here at LAPC, and now they overlap for the first time. LAPC is still running a couple events as Bay 101 ramps up, but definitely it makes the schedule much easier for you to just go straight from one place to the next. DJ Nemesis stopping by the booth, just grabbing things like he owns the place, no problem, whatever you want. Yeah, I like commentating, it's fun. So there's a little store I was propping up earlier for no reason. It's called AC Gears. They have a website, acgears.com. They're a little store in New York. I just happened to be walking around and came upon them. They make all sorts of different electronics and USB things, all sorts of stuff. So I bought this little lens. It's a 2x macro lens. It's made for iPhones and any like cell phone camera, but I'm going to be using it on some webcams.
Right, it says a before and after.
Does it have Affler?
It
does have Affler. Wow.
Wow, I've never had it.
Well, luckily it works better than the
wait,
instructions.
we haven't. Raise here from Toby and an all-in from Michael Squeaky Winnett.
Oh no.
Oh, he's throwing up the devil horns. He's getting psyched.
252. 252.
I think the
I think
all-in
it's 252.
Is it 252?
I feel like that might be the number.
252.
I feel like it's 252, I think.
Wow. How would you describe that dance?
Oh.
I think he has to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Oh, well, you won't have to shut this one down. Want to show it for the cameras.
I missed it. I didn't try one shovel. Try one shovel.
No.
The
You can see
camera
that on
said
the
he
camera.
missed it.
You can see it on the coverage.
He said he missed it.
I didn't see it.
You saw it?
Oh my god.
Let me just say you pulled up the wrong corner.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
It's worse with headphones.
Well, we may never know what his hand is there.
We may not care.
There's a fairly good chance of that, but
Yeah.
he does chip up probably back over the 300,000 chip mark and right around 20 big blinds.
His phone has that awesome.
That's the noise you hear when.
Is that yours?
No, it's open face.
Yeah, it's the open face
Oh.
sound. Whenever it
God,
gets
what a
turned-
fish I am for I just admitted I don't play open face on my phone. I'm Android. That's the only reason why.
They don't have it?
No, they don't have them for Android yet. I've already tweeted them. I tweeted and complained.
Supposedly they're going to have Fantasyland on the app.
That's so much money that you guys could have had from my pocket into your wallets.
I'm not one of the biggest winners on that game, that's for sure.
I mean, you all people down there. That's all I'm saying.
What's that?
You people.
What do you mean, you
What
people?
do you mean, you people? Nice. I watch that annually every year. I watch that movie right before Christmas. Gotta watch Bad Santa. When is Bad or Santa coming out? I feel like you should know that stuff. Bad or Santa?
Bad or Santa?
You heard about this, right?
I had no idea.
Some movie production studio bought the rights to like all these different movies, or one studio bought another, and they said they're going to make seconds of a bunch of stuff, and they were talking about making a second Bad Santa.
I did hear about quite a few sequels to Will Ferrell movies. I don't know how I feel about that. There's
Anchorman's coming, right?
yeah, they were talking about Old School as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a mistake. Anchorman 2, I think, is fun.
yeah, I think there's enough.
Anchorman
there.
is not like as classic.
No.
I mean, it is classic, but like it's not old school.
No, I feel like you can get more stories out of those characters, whereas Old School, it's a very contained story.
Yeah, it is a very contained story. I mean, I guess you could explore that the guy's got a relationship with the hot girl.
Doesn't seem all that compelling.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any storyline there. Meanwhile, there's poker happening here.
Well, I also heard Step Brothers too, which I think
Yeah.
I could do that.
I think I can do that. I think I can do it. I can be on board with that. As long as I don't have to sit through another American Pie movie, I'm happy. I think 17 is enough.
I think we're good for another 15, 20 years. I think we might see him one more time in like a retirement home or something.
Oh, yeah. As long as Eugene Levy is still alive, they'll still be making those movies. We're movie critics, we're poker commentators, we're everything. We got it all.
True. Although, to be fair, maybe, Jason Biggs hits a lull in his career again, 5 years, who knows?
Yep. Blinds going up in the high roller event. They were at 1224, and now they are going to 2,000, 4,000? Oh, they're going to take a break first. I see.
Yeah, it's going to be 15-3, and the average stack is only 240,000. So probably reach the point of no return in that event. The pace is probably going to have to pick up. Meanwhile, we have a heads-up pot here between the two blinds, Danny and Toby.
Ooh, I like it when it's the two blinds. That's a good time for RoboCam. That's when RoboCam shines, man.
Small bet, 18,000 from Danny. On the Ace of Diamonds, 7 of Hearts, 4 of Spades flop.
Love it. Looks like he's going to make the call.
We will see a turn card.
I think it's going to be another ace.
7 of Diamonds.
I mentioned another 7.
That's an interesting card. Pair in the middle card and
makes a flush draw.
Quick check from Danny. A little less than half an hour to go in the day. It goes check here on the turn. 6 of Hearts river. Could hit a few different kinds of hands. Your open-ended straight draws.
Makes a pair.
Like.
I feel like it's going to go check here. That's my gut.
Not a ton out there.
I think Danny's hitting off.
Could very easily be paint cards, pocket 3s, pocket 5s. A lot of hands he would slow down with here.
And I was wrong. It looks like he's going to bet.
51. And quick fold.
Shows you how much I know.
21 players remaining. Just under an hour left in the day. Unless we do indeed lose 3 players. We've only lost 2 players so far in this level. Got 2 women left in the field.
That's awesome. Love that.
Jennifer Harriman and Anna Marquez, although they are 2 of our shorter stacks.
And they also couldn't be more different as 2 women.
Probably not.
One old school, one, I assume, new school.
They are both very short.
Yep. And they don't have a lot of chips. Huh?
Hey!
Hey-o. I woke up for that one.
Thanks for playing. Squeaky is in the big blind. He is properly posted this hand.
He is in the big blind, and he did not limp in.
Yeah, he did not limp under the gun. We have a raise. Min raise by Alexander. Going to quickly pick up the blinds in Annie. If you have any questions for us here on the live stream, you can.
They asked if we are movie critics or poker commentators.
Well, one's our day job. You figure out which one.
They're saying to me that I'd be rated squeaky. His headphone. Don't you guys? No, I thought
All in.
Oh, wow.
I think he's all in.
We have an open from Paul Volpe and an all-in from Michael, but no call. Shows the ace of diamonds.
That's a good one. It's one of the best aces you can have.
Halfway to the best hand in poker.
Did you see it? You see that card? It was an ace.
It's probably my second favorite ace.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite's ace of spades.
Yeah. That goes without saying.
Second favorite's not ace of hearts. Ace of hearts is bigger than ace of diamonds.
It is, but there's something about the
Have
ace
you
of
ever had a
diamonds.
chip raise?
I have.
Yeah? Which one's better?
Well, the ace of higher ranks higher, but
It's my second favorite, ace of hearts.
It's a personal preference, you know.
I guess diamonds are a woman's best friend.
Yeah, sorry.
No, mine. Yeah. I'm being lambasted.
That's what I'm saying. If you have any questions for us, you can ask us in the chat, or you can send them our way on Twitter.
I asked you 3 questions. Well, you can ask them again. I'm talking to us.
All right, sorry. Well, I'm at Tim00. He's at VRob. VEROB. Sorry.
How many E's you get there?
Sorry, I put the 2 E's
V-E-E-R-O-B.
together. V-E-E.
V-E-E-R-O-B. Ooh, I've never said that before. That's pretty smooth, right?
That could be a thing.
V-E-E-R-O-B. They're asking for Zamani's stack, number 1. How did Galen dust off stack? We know less than you do because we're sitting up here watching the feature table, and he was on one of the outer tables. So we actually are not sure what's going on in the outer tables.
Okay.
We'd be looking it up on WPT Live updates as well, which it's a great resource for you guys if you haven't been using that already.
Yeah, we would absolutely suggest heading over to the WPT Live updates. I believe Ben is one of our chip leaders. He played in a pot before that you should absolutely read about in our live updates. The player flashed his pocket jacks pre-flop, didn't notice.
That was amazing.
Did not notice that.
I don't know about flashed. Apparently it wasn't flashed, it was tabled. Like he thought he had a big blind had folded, and he showed the 2 jacks, but the big blind had not folded, and it said 3 bets, and ended up bet shoving.
Yeah, the board was queen high.
Yeah, I went check on the flop.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, there was a queen on the flop, queen on the turn.
Right. Flop went check. He bet the turn and was called by the 2 jacks, and on the river he shoved all in. And Jacks tanked forever, got a clock called him. His hand was ruled dead. And then there was a lot of discussion about seeing the other guy's hand, whether he was bluffed out. Because it's a very interesting dynamic when somebody shows their cards accidentally, whether you know what their cards are. So you either have the best hand or you're bluffing them. There's no, you know what their hand is.
Exactly.
Very interesting dynamic.
And eventually, $200 was paid, and Ben tabled his aces. He was not shooting an angle, although there was information presented to him. It was not his fault.
It's actually, it probably worked out decent for him because, the guy almost paid him off because it's like, you see the hand, you know the guy's capable of making this play, and bluffing you knowing what your hand is, especially with a board like that, queen, XX.
Exactly. It's a completely different dynamic than you usually see, but it was fascinating.
It comes down to like really a pure form of poker. Like, is he bluffing or is he not bluffing? That's all it is. He doesn't have to put me on a hand. He doesn't have to read me or have a bad read. Like, he knows what I have, and is he bluffing me or not? That's all it is.
Absolutely. All right. Looks like we have another pot here between Alexander and Toby. They've tangled quite a few times. Board reads 10 of spades, 9 of spades, 3 of hearts, and the jack of clubs on the turn. Bet is 105 by Toby.
Look at that. Eric said, shout out to the stream for inspiring him to play his first to only poker since July.
Wow.
Love it. Gotta get back in. Gotta get back in the cage.
They're not gonna change the color.
Back in the ring. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. Ring.
I think these are new chips, so they don't have these. They're bigger, but they're very similar.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Good. You should write that down. Where's the action at the table? Can't see.
Well, on the turn, Alexander checked and Toei bet 105,000. And
No, he just said all in.
Alexander, after thinking it over for about 3 minutes, check raised all in. Looks like he
I
has
heard that.
Looks like he has a total of about 415 is where I would estimate his remaining stack, and that does not take into account the 105,000 bet he'd have to call first. Looks like it's going to be about 350 more, about 350. Toei does not look like he wants to give this hand away. He's giving Alexander the death stare there.
So we put him on there. It's clearly not a draw. He doesn't have anything like Jack Queen. Jack Queen he probably would have called by now.
It could be like a.
King
You
10.
think so? Pair and a draw.
I mean,
What about Queen 10?
I think he'd be calling there too. He looks like he's trying to make a decision whether his hand is good or not. I don't think he's got a draw. I think he's got. I guess he's just got a 10.
Yep, he's gonna let it go. It's another nice pot for Alexander there. Takes it right out of the chip leader.
High roller back in play. Playing 1,500, 3,000 blinds. 5 players remain. Top 3 pay. With all 6-figure payouts.
What's so sick is I should do like a mini raise, but I don't want you to outplay me at all. So jamming over there.
All right.
I think Squeaky's all in.
It is. He open shoves a stack in there from the cutoff
And with a large speech.
about how he should make a different kind of raise, but he won't.
I can't play these against you. You know, just take it.
Got
Yeah,
a pair of
three.
eights.
Just fun. Just fun.
That's a big raise, but that's
Good for the game.
scared, man. If I have to see a flop with you, it doesn't matter. You're gonna win. You know.
That's how you feel.
That's how I feel right
How
now.
do you feel that way?
Because listen, I have the maroon cans to attract the maroon chips, and you have the maroon hat to kind of counteract that. So the pink chips might get scared. So I gotta keep it simple.
It's like Wario Phil Lock.
Tomorrow I'll have an outfit to attract the pinkies. Right now I just gotta get all
Right?
the
Evil Phil Lock? Something like that.
I'm speechless.
Yeah.
If you heard some of that table chatter, I don't really know how to react to that. Something about houses of maroon and pink and consciousness of chips.
Yeah. Don't say mini raise again, says Eric. Like ever. Say mini raise?
Maybe I over-enunciated. I only mean to say min-raise.
How dare you?
I apologize. I did not mean to offend anybody.
And you said good for the game. You're getting ripped apart over here, buddy. I'm sorry.
Okay. When I okay.
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 Right.
Guys, come on.
Please.
I did not say it. D-Rob did not say it.
No.
I don't say things like good for the game.
I mean,
That's it.
good for the game in a sense.
Oh, he said it again.
And maybe just good for the remaining other 20 players. In this
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. An epic fold down. Yeah, you definitely. I don't know if you watch Poker After Dark, Dalex, but the Phil Hellmuth fold down was probably the most epic fold down of all time.
What, 2 big blinds or so?
Yes, I was there with Antonio Sfondiari and Phil Locke, and he folded down to 2 big blinds. It was just embarrassing, and he was getting berated the entire time by Antonio, and he didn't stop. He just kept doing it, and it's like nobody could understand it.
Toby opens for 32,000. What are they going? Jen looked very frustrated.
What is she down to?
It's like 181.
181?
Actually, that could be only 150 in pink, in which case she'd have a 160 left.
At 10:26, believe it or not, 7 hours later, I bought up 600,000.
Noah Schwartz is sitting about as far away from us as he could be while still being in the tournament.
I was trying to figure out who that was.
And we could still hear.
Yeah.
He was telling a story of last year how he came back from a tiny stack with about this many players and managed to make the final table. It was a great final table last year. David Sands also, Jason Somerville.
Yeah. It looks like they're having a really good time over on 68.
It does.
Look at the smile on David Tuttle.
You don't see that every day.
What? People having a good time?
No, a big smile on the face of David Tuttle.
What?
Do you?
I do.
Maybe he likes you more.
He loves me, yeah. Then again, I don't usually play poker with him. I just see him away from the table, and he's usually a pretty happy guy.
And Andrew, who's actually been fairly quiet at this table, is open for a raise, 32,000. Looks like a
Re-raise.
a 3-bet to.
Again, Jensen on about 160. She's got about 10 big blinds right now.
Looks like 70,000 is a 3-bet by Paul Volpe. Make that 69,000.
69, dude.
Wow, Danny's reaching deep into that stack of pink chips.
This could be fun.
160 looks to be the 4-bet, the cold 4-bet by Danny Fong.
Cold 4 from the small blind. Couldn't be stronger. Positioned. Paul's one of those cards like he's gonna get rid of him right away.
Actually, yeah, 170
170.
is the amount of that cold 4-bet.
Just in case you guys don't know, the cold 4-bet is when you haven't entered the pot yet. So if you raised and then opponent 3-bet you, and then it came back to you and you 4-bet, that's just a 4-bet. But when you haven't entered the pot yet, that's a cold 4-bet. Obviously much stronger. You have nothing invested in this pot yet, and you come in for a raise.
Paul's looked at his hand quite a few times, but he does not want to let it go in this spot. Paul has about 1.3 million behind, whereas
Shot his chips there.
Danny still has about
So there's 25Ks there in the front.
About 325, 330 behind after making that raise. Definitely committing himself with that one.
He's going to let it go.
He does indeed let it go. Still 21 players here left in the 2013 WPT LA Poker Classic main event.
I think we're going to see a 3-player elimination, 1 on each table, last hand of the night.
About 40 minutes left in the day. Haven't had a player go out in quite some time since Galen Hall was eliminated in 22nd place.
Chewy is indeed still in the high roller to answer T-Bone's question. They are 5-handed. He did eliminate the 6th place finisher. Can't quite see his chips from here, so I'm not sure how much they have. Let's see if we can bring them over after play wraps up for the day here.
As far as prizes go in this tournament, the next 3 players out will receive $43,810.
And how much does the pay jump to 18? Can you catch that number?
I will catch it on the next trip through.
Fantastic. They've also requested who else is the high roller? You know better than I do.
Sure. Other than
Lucky Chewy.
Other than Lucky Chewy, we have Micah Raskin,
Okay.
Tom Marchese,
Tom Marchese, of course.
and Brandon Myers, aka
Right.
On Command.
And
And that 5th gentleman, we've actually had a tough time identifying.
I think we had hit up on him earlier, but I'm not sure.
Classic race.
Oh, we have an all in the call.
Classic race, Jen.
Jen is way behind here. She's got Ace of Hearts, Queen of Spades against Alexander's Ace of Clubs, King of Hearts. Nothing on the flop. They need a Queen on the river. Does not get there. King of Clubs. Jennifer Harmon's going to be our 21st place finisher. She's going to take home $43,810.
Open name, Paul.
That leaves Adam Marquez as the last woman remaining in our field.
Played before. I thought that was
Yeah.
not careful. Yeah, I reckon.
Getting back to your earlier question,
I had a feeling you had a hand
the
on
next
quarter
pay bump
ace.
is about $6,500.
Classic race.
Perfect.
I saw how my race went. It's a classic race. You hit one card, you're behind. It's a classic race. It's not like we're running over time.
Squeaky's definition
one
of a
shot
classic
at it.
race is a little bit different than the rest of ours.
Her problem there, really, she didn't. We had no idea what she was rooting for. She didn't
Mine-
want
mine too.
queens. You know, no cherries. Like,
Pretty sure she was rooting for a queen.
no.
Almost positive.
Poker gods were sleeping with
I
it.
played a
I had no
tournament
idea.
in London, a Unibet Open in London, and guy gets it in with 2 7s against 2 aces, and I go, it's a race. Guy makes a straight on the turn with his 2 7s, and the young lady with the aces chewed me a new one after the hand. Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? I was like, I don't know, because poker is boring and I'm trying to have fun and be entertaining. And she's like, do you think you're funny? Does anybody else here think you're funny? And I was like, I think they do, but you can ask them. Don't ask me. She was none too pleased. I was like, do you think I caused you to get sucked out on? She's like, why'd you say that? Why'd you say it's a race? I go, because you're either going to win or you're going to lose. It's 50-50. That's my definition of a race. She was not happy with me that day.
Yeah. I have to admit, I've been guilty in
Yeah.
the past. I think I'm a little bit better of taking things way too seriously at
Yeah.
the table. There are quite a few players who, well, obviously, especially in a tournament like this, there's a lot of money on the line, but you can't get wrapped up in any one tournament.
And what somebody says at the table is not going to change the outcome of the cards.
I don't know.
No?
No, I don't know, Rob.
That's why you're out here doing some commentary about
Exactly. No, I
I
think
don't know, man. You can totally change the cards.
Exactly. I think you got that voodoo, Rob.
I hope. I wish I did. The only voodoo I have is predicting when I'm going to get sucked out on after I'm all in. That's about all I can do.
It's not very useful.
It's not useful at all.
Oh, Paul and Toby mixing it up once again.
It's tough for them not to. They both got some chips.
And we're also 6-handed at this table now.
See the father of ace 8-5, 2 clubs.
Paul's gonna bet 37,000, I believe. And that's gonna take it.
So sick. I had 2 clubs. So sick, dude.
So sick.
2-4 clubs. You guys would have played that. You would have been. It would have been like an
Doesn't he
all
remind you of
potential
just-
pie.
What?
There's a, I feel like
What?
whether it's a tournament at your local
I do
casino
it
or
with, like,
your home
King
game,
Nine.
Yeah.
there's always a player like Squeaky.
Maybe if you hit the wheel.
You don't really know why you keep inviting him, but you do.
You do. Because he's good for the game.
I'm not going to live that one down for the next 35 minutes.
Best limit hold'em player in the world, though.
Best limit?
That's what he's been claiming all tournament.
You're staking him, right?
I think he just doesn't want the IRS to know.
Yeah.
We'll let it lie.
Is this Awakenings? That's great. I was making a joke when I said he was good for the game.
I know. He was just making fun of me. I said
Yeah.
good for the game. I did not mean it like, well, I wish we had a Squeaky at every table and every tournament we had. What I meant to say is that it's good for players with personality to get involved with the game. It's good for people to have fun at the table.
It's also good because you know, you make a file table like this in the LPT, and the non-poker player at home for the channel is like, that guy looks like he's having so much fun, and he's you know, he's not taking it too seriously. I could do that, and then you bring some new players into the game that you know, aren't very good at poker. So for those of us that are good at poker, that's called good for the game to bring some new players in. That's the only reason why.
Danny and Alexander involved in the pot here. Went check on the flop.
Well, there's 7-5, 7-3, 2 diamonds.
Check once again on the turn.
It really is amazing how Squeaky, you hate him or you love him. I haven't not seen anybody that's like, take it or leave it. In the chat, in live, everybody's got an opinion whether they love him or hate him, but nobody seems to be anywhere in between.
Very polarized.
I've never seen anybody so polarized. King high?
Yeah, King High is going to take it. King
Queen? Saw a curve at the top.
King Rag.
Oh, angry ante. Balance within 3 is the rule.
You got a feel for Jen Harmon. You know, she folded her way all the way down. She did not look like she had a single spot all day. Although, you know, I think she's doing all right.
Yeah. You don't gotta feel anything.
True. Sorry, I don't mean to tell you all how to feel.
Don't tell me how to feel. I've always been a big fan of Jen Harmon, though. Very nice.
We have an open here from Toby to 32,000 and a 3-bet to 75,000 by Andrew in the cutoff. Taking a look to see how much Andrew's got left. Looks like about 270, but Toby's not going to bite. Closing in on 30 minutes left in the day. It's been quite a level for Danny Fong after that double up. Here's Squeaky. He's for 800,000 now. He's gotten himself back above average. Anything at or above average at this point is a pretty strong stack. 20 players left. Got an open here on the cutoff by Alexander, 32,000. And Paul seems to be measuring out a 3-bet.
Next time, what's that?
And that's going to take a pot. Before we get a chance, I want to give a shout out to the WPT Lab Updates team. They're doing a great job here keeping us informed, keeping you informed of everything going on with just 3 tables left here at the LA Poker Classic. If you're looking for chip counts for all of the players, especially the ones sitting at the outer tables that we can't quite keep track of, that's the place to go.
A raise from the button. 32,000. Min raise. Toby's thinking about it, as he likes to do. He's going to make the call. Unless it's a 3-bet, I can't tell.
Well, actually, yeah, there's 2 pink chips on there.
I cannot see anything from
Looks
here.
like 67. Is not bad. That's going to be enough. Toby will take that pot. Just to show you how much money is still sitting in this prize pool, the chop right now would pretty much lock in 6th place money for all 20 of our remaining players. Not that that's a
I'm in.
realistic possibility.
Let's do it.
I'm cool with it too.
Do I get that much money? We chop?
Not unless you bought into the tournament.
I did not yet, but I still can.
It is a Savage tournament. I wouldn't be surprised.
I love that. Any ladies want to date Squeaky? I'm sure he's available. That's a great line. I don't understand though. He's in his seat and he's quiet. What happened? What happened in the last 10 minutes?
I think the reality of the situation is really starting to sink in.
No, the camera just walked away. That's what it was.
That'll do it. You're doing a great job here, Rob.
Thanks. You're doing a great job as well.
Thank you.
What about patting people on the back here?
Actually, my friend's girlfriend is on the airport, so I can see her after. See you next week.
And looks like Gannon is out of the building, saying his goodbyes to Matt Savage, telling him he's going to see him at Day 101.
Looks like he's hitting the road.
Jack.
He finished second in the 5K event to Danny Stern. So while he didn't manage to make it beyond 3 tables in this tournament, it was a very good week for Galen Hall. Just not quite what he had hoped for.
Seems like every week is a good week for Galen Hall. When he plays poker, that is.
We have a pot here between Alexander and Toby. Looks like Alexander's checked and Toby's put out a small bet. Looks like 40,000. And Alexander's going to make the call. Alright, so 10-7-3 Rainbow Flop turns the King of Hearts. Quick check. 5 of diamonds on the river. Check again on the river. Toby's going to show Ace-5 for a rivered pair. Comes from behind in that hand. And the inferior ace-high, but got there in the end. As he scoops that pot.
No, I'm saying, if he called, I was just going to fucking jam. I would have won. I got a pair. 9-7 suited.
Squeaky once again bemoaning his fate.
I wasn't going to jam that silly.
Uh-oh, he's standing up again. You've awakened the monster.
There's a camera here.
Oh, there it is. I found it a little bit more fun just to blame you, but your evidence is pretty solid there.
Just 20 minutes left to play till the end of the day. So with 20 players, if we can knock out 2 players before the end of that level, we will be wrapping up early.
My open jamming strategy. It's too much of a sweat. If I just do this like it's supposed to, it's too much of a sweat.
Otherwise, we'll come back with these exact same tables.
All right.
Knock out 1 more player and do a redraw at 18 tomorrow.
And Squeaky's Squeaky's actually playing a pot here. He said he wanted to jam, but he made a min-raise, and he's going to get called. With a big blind, and is exactly what he said he didn't want to have happen. So we'll see what happens on the flop here. 7, ace, ace.
Rainbow. Looks like
Paul checks, and Squeaky makes a bet of how much?
just 30,000. Small bet.
260.
Shows him how much he is behind.
Looks like about 260 behind.
Promise to show you.
He promises to show. At least one.
Promise to show you.
Show both?
Show both. I'll show both to the camera. You can ask me again.
You won't show both?
If you show me at least one of your cards, there's a slight chance I'll show both. I know what your cards. If you show both, I'll definitely show you.
Looks like you got a raise from Paul.
Put them all in?
No, not quite. This is an interesting little exchange, especially with the raise there. Looks like 37 more. Very small raise. Like I said, Squeaky's got about 260 behind, so calling would put him in a very awkward spot, and he's going to let it go.
Yeah, we're also not a bluff. Luna's okay, that's all one. I mean, one flash,
They
right?
have me beat.
Come on.
King 9 offsuit.
It's time, right? Yeah, it has to be.
That was for the people at home.
For the fans.
Yeah. Everyone's telling me to slow roll you, but I won't.
Well, we would like to thank you on behalf of the audience, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul did show King High there, and Toby pointed out that if Squeaky had a pair, he would have gone with it, so clearly Paul had the best hand there. Just under 18 minutes left in the day. Still 20 players left here at the LAPC main event.
This is fun for Paul. Paul seems to be having a really good time here. I don't blame him.
It's been a good table for Paul.
It has been a really good table for Paul.
Looks like we got a very big hand developing over here. Table 38, one of the two outer tables.
Well, it's a showdown.
No eliminations though. We'd just like to take the opportunity now before we close out the day to thank everybody for watching us here on LAPC Live.
I hope you enjoyed the new toys we introduced today, the little RoboCam. Actually get to see some of the players that are playing rather than just the tops of their heads.
It's true.
Always
And,
nice.
We'll be coming back tomorrow, giving you complete coverage of Day 5 of the LAPC main event, with playdown all the way to the final 6 players.
And Paul just tweeted #needles. Best tweet ever.
That's some pretty good social media integration there
Yeah.
for Paul.
I saw him on his phone too, and I was really hoping he was going to tweet, so I checked it out. That's it. You really got to be watching along if you're following his Twitter feed. You wouldn't even know what he meant.
Are you kidding me? I created a list of all these players on Twitter. No, that's a lie. You should do that,
You should do that.
especially tomorrow, and even this morning when when Jay gives you those names. You can just create a Twitter list.
Yeah, you should do that.
You can follow
Jay's
along.
all over that.
All right, looks like an open from Alexander and a flat call on the button from Paul. Actually, we're 3 ways here. We also got a call from Toby in the big blind. Ace of spades, 10 of spades, 4 of hearts on the flop. Boy, Ana Marquez is all in. Pocket fours against, it's like
Ace X,
ace, jack.
It's a lot of pain on that board. Uh-oh.
Looks like she's still ahead right now.
Wow. She dodged it? No,
Nope.
she's out. She's out.
Nope. Looks like it was ace king. Flop the king on the flop.
And
Sorry, flop the king on the flop.
that brings us down to 19 players right
19
there.
players. How many players did I say we were going to finish the day with?
19, you said.
There you go.
18.
Got about 15 minutes left to make me look like an idiot.
Right? Yep. Especially after that cocky declaration.
That's true. I really just I set my neck out there.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to end with that.
And with that, yep, they're gonna have to balance the outer tables. One has 7 and one has 5 right now. So I'm sorry, one has 8 and one has 5.
Who's got 5? I count 6.
Why do I keep counting 6?
I don't know. It's 6, 6, and 7.
6, 6, and
Perfectly
7.
balanced.
Wow. Yeah, it's getting late early here. It's
Yeah.
only 7:10 or 8:10. I don't even know what time it is. I can't read. I don't know how to read.
It's 8:11.
I can't believe I just admitted that on air. I can't read. Wow. Meanwhile, we have a nice little pot developing here.
Do they keep playing if it gets to 18 in the last 50 minutes? No. They're going to finish when they're at 18 players or at the end of this level. So we'll be done in 14 minutes or less. Meanwhile, Paul just keeps chipping up, taking down pots. Sai is not my name. My name is V-Rob. With me is Tim Turn. Answer any questions you may have. Tell you what's going on at the table. Try to keep you entertained.
One more player. 13 minutes.
It's all right. I can take it. No problem. We're just here having fun. Trying to give you a little bit of play-by-play.
100% guaranteed.
What are we guaranteeing?
You get a full refund if you're not satisfied.
That's true.
Squeaky was down to about 250 before this hand. He was in the big blind. I got it.
Actually, the big blind?
Yes, actually in the big blind.
this time?
I don't think he'll make that mistake again today, at least. Looks like a min raise under the gun by Andrew Whitaker, and Danny's asking for a count on Andrew actually, who's also fairly short stack, but not nearly as much as Squeaky is.
Going on the short stack in the room. If you go up to WBT live updates, you could probably find that out much better than we can.
It might be Squeaky. Anna was the shortest stack before she went out. Although it looks like we have an all-in on one of the outer tables, not yet called. I'll keep you posted on that. Yeah, Squeaky is indeed the shortest stack in the room right now. But another player has put himself at risk. He could be down to 18 at the end of the day if he does indeed get called.
And, Jimmy Fricky coming in the chat room to say hello. How you doing, Jimmy?
Oh. Okay, so Danny Fuse is actually our all-in player, and Noah Schwartz is contemplating whether or not to make the call.
And if he does call and lose, then we will be done for the day. Going back with 18 tomorrow.
It's because I'm hiding from somebody. I'm actually in the witness protection program.
Jimmy, if you were listening to the broadcast about 2 minutes ago, Tim admitted to the audience that he cannot read, so he did not even realize that you were here. Apologize on his behalf.
Yeah, Rob actually just told me that.
I told him out loud. I read it to him. shows the Queen of Diamonds. Wins that pot. Don't have a 100% answer for you about streaming the high roller, but we hope to be able to move that table over. They finish here in 10 minutes. Should be able to get everything bagged up, and then in 23 minutes there's a break in the high roller, and we'll try to get that table moved over here in the meantime.
They're still 5-handed over there. Way slowly.
In all likelihood, you'll get to see the high roller bubble happen, because it's very unlikely they'll lose 2 players before we get them moved over in the next 23 minutes.
No, it didn't
it's
need
only
full
fitting
there,
that you
so
can get the finish now.
still 19. And Squeaky is the shortest stack here.
Yeah, the only way I can beat you, man, is if we don't see a flop.
250.
It's 234.
All right,
He's all in again, and now Paul's up out of his chair thinking about it, Paul.
he did indeed. He
and
opened to 32.
Jubilation. Right here in the final 3 tables of the WPT LAPC.
And Toby's counting his stack
He's
for
beat me
him.
every hand we've seen.
What a nice
football.
guy.
I've won every hand. I've gone all in, and he's folding. So now,
1, 2, 234.
now we decide one more time.
234 is the all-in.
Somebody decides he wants to gamble, dude. I have the best
While
hand at the
Squeaky's being
moment,
Squeaky,
you know?
Toby is
Or you're
is fulfilling all of the.
that is the case, but I think it would be nice if he went slow
All of-
earlier. You have these, and it's nice work.
Please be slow.
He's hoping you're slow rolling, dude. Everyone's hoping you're slow.
Paul is saying it might be a slow roll.
Oh no action. I don't want action. I'll show you one. Can I show him one, Matt?
Fold it quickly, or else you're going to be on penalty.
Once you show one card, you're out. It's dead.
Oh, it's not dead.
Oh, not just dead.
Never get a penalty.
Max Savage.
Paul showed an
Call
ace and
that,
folded. Meanwhile, Squeaky showed queen.
He originally showed an ace and hadn't folded yet. And,
No, I know.
if you show one
will when
card,
it
try to
comes.
get a decision. Even if you end up folding, you can get a penalty for that, because you can't show your cards to induce action or get a read off to their opponent unless you're a
Yeah,
heads up.
wait for them to come over.
People will love me forever.
Squeaky.
I almost originally was like maybe I'll make
You'll
it
be-
75,000
you'll be
cute,
near-
and then if he goes on one, I'll fold.
You'll be nearly as much of his favourite as that dude. What's his name?
What's his name?
The dude over there that you like. Randy? Who Randy? Yeah.
Oh, Randy.
Randy!
Good boy.
Randy's gonna get to the final table again. Oh my gosh! I wish I had this hand last hand, and the other hand this hand. It'd be such easier to go.
Just gonna let it linger a little bit here.
Had you dominated, I guess you had an ace.
Saw some
With some of the table chat.
like some dude called Randy. Who was like comedian.
Oh my gosh, Aziz
Have
Ansari.
you seen it?
It's Aziz.
Oh.
It's actually Aziz Ansari doing a character. And it's in the movie Funny People. You seen the movie Funny People? That's where it came from.
You remind me of him.
Pretty cool. Finish the hand. Hold on. Finish the hand. Hold up.
All right, pretend you're on hold up. Playing hard, please.
Looks like
Noah Schwartz is going to be our 19th place finisher. No back-to-back final tables. You know what else that means? We're going to get a brand new member of the LPT Champions Club, as there are no former champions in this field. That's unbelievable, considering A, the overall field, and B, the players who came back today.
they paused the clock here because we did lose a player. We are down to 18.
6 minutes and 54 seconds.
We are going to play out this hand, so we still could end with 17 players.
I'm going to be in the seat I give you right now. Do a redrop.
Since we're about to break.
Also, Matt Savage is doing a full redraw right now, so as the players bag up their chips on the other tables, they'll have their seating assignments for the next day, which will be posted to LAPCnews.com shortly.
Meanwhile, we have a nice little pot developing. Paul opened the 32, and Andrew 3-bet him to 75.
Also interesting, there's another hand going on the other table, table 38. Only one table is bagged up their chips right now.
Oh,
This hand is over,
Paul let it go, so
which means it is done.
High card for me, please.
well, we still have
They're going to high card to get seats. And there's still one more hand being played at the outer table. Jesse Aganuma making it through to day 5.
All right.
Guess who else makes it through?
Listen up very carefully.
Hey.
Michael, listen up. Tomorrow you're going to be located down in the Galleria, which is sorry. You're going to be down in the Galleria, which is just to the left of the gift shop. Okay? Noon start time. On your bag, you're going to get your new seating assignment, which is right here. Put your table and seat on the bag. All right? We're going to redraw right now. This will be your table and seat. Do not put this card in the bag. Just get up your name, table and seat.
Wait,
Chip count on your bag.
the riff-raff area or the high-stakes area?
The riff-raff area. That's your table and seat.
I haven't been to the riff-raff area in a long time.
12 o'clock tomorrow.
Hey, on that last hand, I had you.
Which one? Which last game?
No, the one where you bluffed me, you actually had me beat. I was debating, wow, I should really just make it 100-something thousand here, but if he reads that, then I'm bluffing again and puts me all in, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Then I can't even shove all in and make you fold. All worked out. All worked out. Exact same stack. Open jamming all day tomorrow. Chance I got. I'm pretty sure.
Broadcast going here for a couple of minutes as they bag up their chips, so you can continue to be entertained.
Technically speaking, day 4 is
What
not
table
over
you
yet.
on? You're on my
There's
table against the final table.
still one hand.
Hey, what table you on, Paul?
Table 9, 38.
38? Yeah, I told you. We're seeing each other at the final table, Paul.
Alright.
Each other at the final table.
1.8.
I'll let you take care of everyone else until me, and then we'll play later.
And we got a fold. So it's official. We will have 18 players moving on to day 5 of this tournament.
18 players remain. That's crazy. Egg on your face. We did not end with 19. I knew it. I said we're going to go to the right at the end and get right to 18.
Should have listened to you.
It's a Matt Savage experience. If you go to 18 players or 5 levels, it'll be both exactly at the same time.
Matt's just that good. He's within 7 minutes of being absolutely perfect,
Yep.
and he's just trying not to show off. That's all.
Right. Meanwhile, High Roller has 15 minutes left in their level when they don't have a break scheduled, but I'm going to see if they can pause the clock in between levels, get it moved over once these guys get all backed up and get out of here. See if we can make that happen for you.
So as you may or may not have heard Matt say, if you are living in the LA area, if you want to come down tomorrow, they're going to be playing in the Galleria area, which is to the left of the gift shop in the main,
So not the High Rollers, but the Punters.
the riffraff as Squeaky so kindly put it.
You what? Give it back?
Play is done for the night in the main event, but there's also a separate tournament going on, the High Roller, that we're going to try to bring over to show on the broadcast because they are playing down to a winner. They're 5-handed, where they're playing top 3. This will resume tomorrow. The main event will resume tomorrow at noon, downstairs in a different location, so it'll look a little bit different to you.
Anyway, I need to go and write my recap of the day on bluffmagazine.com. But
Thank you kindly for your assistance on the microphone.
absolutely. If you want to get chip counts, recaps, and all that sort of thing, you can check me out at bluff.com or the WPT Live updates. Another great resource there.
And we will have the chip counts posted as well at LAPCnews.com. Shortly, as soon as all the players bag up their chips and the tournament officials type them all up, they will be posted on,
As well as the results later for the high roller. Chip counts going to day 2 of the 8 game and some video.
Lots going on here in the LA Poker Classic.
Well, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for listening. This has been LAPC Live from day 4 of the 2013 LAPC main event.
This is V-Rob signing off. We'll be back shortly with the continued footage, bonus footage of the High Roller event. Thanks for watching.
That's what I think. I don't know. You know, reality, I'm playing a little